Good morning or good afternoon, evening, whenever you're hearing this. Today, I want to talk about something simple that changes everything. Educate yourself every day. Education isn't only a classroom, a certificate, or the pages of a textbook. It's a habit. It's a habit of curiosity, of small, steady improvements, and of refusing to believe that the person you are today is the person you'll have to be tomorrow. When you choose to learn even one small thing each day, one new word, one new idea, one better way to do a task, you begin to stack knowledge like bricks. Individually, each brick is small. Together, they build a house you can live in, a stronger career, deeper relationships, calmer decisions, more interesting conversations. Learning should never be viewed as something that ends after school or college. It is an ongoing process that shapes the way we think, act, and grow throughout our lives. When we treat learning as a lifelong commitment rather than a temporary phase, we open ourselves up to endless possibilities for self-improvement. Every day presents new opportunities to absorb knowledge, from a conversation, a book, a mistake, or even a moment of observation. The most successful individuals understand that continuous learning keeps their minds active, sharp, and ready to face any challenge that life throws at them. When learning becomes a daily habit, it stops feeling like a chore and becomes a natural part of our routine. Just like brushing your teeth or exercising, small, consistent acts of learning add up over time to create significant personal growth. The secret lies in repetition and consistency. Spending even a few minutes a day exploring something new strengthens your ability to think critically, adapt quickly, and retain information better. It's not about how long you study, but how often you commit to doing it. By making learning an everyday practice, you transform it from an obligation into a lifestyle. Another powerful reason to learn daily is that knowledge evolves constantly. What was relevant or true yesterday may not hold the same weight today. Technology, science, communication, and even social trends change rapidly, demanding that we keep up to stay relevant. When we stop learning, we fall behind, not only in our careers, but also in understanding the world around us. By engaging in daily learning, we ensure that our minds remain flexible, our perspectives stay fresh, and our skills continue to grow. This mindset keeps us open to innovation and helps us adapt to an ever-changing world with confidence and curiosity. Finally, making learning a habit helps build discipline and self-awareness. It teaches patience, consistency, and focus, qualities that extend far beyond academics or professional growth. Each small effort to learn something new reflects a deeper commitment to personal excellence. Over time, this steady rhythm of daily education molds you into a more thoughtful, capable, and confident individual. And that commitment to self-improvement makes the beauty of this habit is that it never ends. There is always more to learn, more to discover, and more to become. In today's fast-paced world, the traditional idea of long study sessions or extensive classroom hours is no longer the only way to gain knowledge. Micro-learning, short, focused bursts of learning, is proving to be one of the most effective methods for personal and professional growth. This approach emphasizes learning in small, manageable doses that fit easily into our daily life. Whether it's reading a short article, watching a 5-minute educational video, or listening to a quick podcast episode, micro-learning allows us to make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed. It transforms knowledge into something accessible, practical, and continuous. The real power of micro-learning lies in its consistency. When you dedicate even 10 minutes a day to learning something new, those moments begin to compound over time. Imagine spending 10 minutes a day reading about psychology, technology, or leadership. After a year, that's over 60 hours of focused knowledge in your chosen area. What seems small on a daily basis becomes massive in the long run. This steady accumulation builds confidence and expertise, and because the learning happens regularly, the information tends to stick more effectively. Instead of trying to cram knowledge all at once, you let it grow gradually. making it easier for your brain to process and retain. Another advantage of microlearning is its flexibility. You don't need a strict schedule or special tools to start. You can learn anytime, anywhere. While waiting in line, commuting, or during a short break, you can use those spare minutes to expand your mind. This makes learning possible for people who are busy or feel they don't have enough time to study. Micro-learning also gives you the freedom to explore a wide range of topics without pressure. You can dive into a new subject every week or build slowly in one area of interest. The key is that it keeps you curious, engaged, and moving forward, even when your schedule is full. Micro-learning also keeps motivation alive because it provides quick wins. Finishing a short lesson or mastering a small concept creates a sense of accomplishment that fuels your desire to keep going. Unlike lengthy courses that can sometimes feel overwhelming, microlearning gives instant results and feedback. It allows you to see tangible progress each day, which builds momentum and reinforces your commitment to personal growth. This consistent cycle of small victories keeps your mind active, sharp, and always hungry for more knowledge. In a world that's constantly changing, resilience has become one of the most valuable traits a person can possess, and education is its foundation. Continuous learning equips you with the knowledge and confidence to face challenges head-on, rather than avoid them. When you educate yourself every day, you train your mind to think critically, adapt quickly, and find solutions instead of dwelling on problems. Each new piece of information you absorb becomes a tool that strengthens your ability to recover from setbacks. Learning teaches you that failure is not final. It's simply feedback, a part of the process that leads to growth. Through education, you build a mindset that sees obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to learn and improve. The more knowledge you acquire, the more flexible and prepared you become for life's uncertainties. Every skill you develop and every insight you gain adds another layer of security and adaptability. In a world where industries evolve overnight and technology transforms how we live and work, staying educated means staying relevant. Those who make learning a daily habit can pivot faster when change comes. They are not shaken by new trends or unexpected challenges because they understand how to analyze, adapt, and grow from them. Education transforms uncertainty into possibility, giving you the courage to embrace change rather than fear it. Resilience through education also helps build emotional strength. When you continually learn, you gain perspective. You begin to see that every problem has a lesson hidden within it. Knowledge fosters patience, empathy, and emotional control because it helps you understand different viewpoints and anticipate outcomes. This emotional intelligence becomes a powerful defense against stress and discouragement. Instead of reacting impulsively, educated individuals respond with reason and insight. They understand that growth requires persistence, and they use what they've learned to stay grounded during difficult times. Education, therefore, becomes more than just mental preparation. It becomes emotional armor. Furthermore, educating yourself daily creates a sense of self-trust and independence. The more you know, the more capable you feel of handling challenges without depending entirely on others. This self-reliance fuels confidence and reduces fear of failure. You realize that even if circumstances change, your knowledge stays with you. It's something that can't be taken away. That inner confidence built from continuous learning becomes your greatest strength. It allows you to recover from any setback and approach every new situation with calm determination. Through education, you become not only smarter but stronger, ready to stand firm in the face of life's uncertainties. Learning is not only about gaining knowledge or improving skills, it's about enhancing the quality and depth of our entire existence. When you make learning a daily habit, you begin to see the world through new eyes. Every piece of knowledge you gain broadens your understanding of how things work, why people behave the way they do, and how different ideas connect across cultures and time. Education opens your mind to new possibilities, helping you appreciate the beauty of diversity and the complexity of human experience. Whether it's learning about art, history, science, or philosophy, each subject adds a new layer to your perception of the world, making life more vibrant and meaningful. Continuous learning also deepens empathy and connection with others. When you study different perspectives, cultures, and stories, you begin to understand that there are countless ways to view the same situation. This awareness allows you to communicate with compassion, listen without judgment, and relate to people from all walks of life. Reading a novel might help you grasp the emotions of someone struggling, while learning about another culture might open your heart to traditions and beliefs beyond your own. In this way, education doesn't just make you smarter, it makes you kinder. It builds bridges of understanding in a world that often feels divided. Moreover, learning enriches life by adding excitement and curiosity to your daily routine. It breaks the monotony and keeps your mind alive with fresh ideas. When you're constantly learning, boredom rarely has room to grow. Every day becomes an opportunity to discover something fascinating, whether it's a new word, a new theory, or a new way of thinking. That curiosity keeps you youthful in spirit and mentally agile. It reminds you that growth is not reserved for the young or the privileged. It's available to anyone willing to stay curious. The more you learn, the more enthusiastic you become about exploring the world around you, and that enthusiasm spills over into every aspect of your life. Finally, learning enriches your sense of purpose. It gives you something to strive for, something that constantly reminds you that progress is possible. Knowledge inspires action. It pushes you to dream bigger, question more, and contribute meaningfully to society. When you learn, you begin to understand your role in the larger picture, realizing how your ideas and actions can make a difference. Education fuels both ambition and humility. Ambition to achieve more and humility to recognize how much there still is to learn. Through this balance, life becomes fuller, more rewarding, and endlessly inspiring. While the desire to learn and grow is powerful, it remains incomplete without structure and consistency. Practical routines are what turn good intentions into lasting habits. Having a daily learning routine gives direction to your goals and ensures that your growth is continuous rather than occasional. It's easy to feel motivated for a few days and then lose focus, but routines create discipline, the bridge between ambition and achievement. When you dedicate a specific time each day to reading, watching educational videos, or reflecting on new ideas, learning becomes a natural part of your day rather than a task you struggle to fit in. This regular rhythm helps you stay committed, organized, and focused on improvement over the long term. Building a practical routine also helps remove decision fatigue. Instead of wondering when or how you learn, the routine eliminates uncertainty by setting a clear pattern. For example, you might choose to read for 15 minutes each morning before breakfast or listen to a podcast during your evening walk. By tying learning to existing habits, you make it easier to follow through. The mind loves familiarity, and over time, these small moments of consistency compound into powerful results. Routines don't just help you manage your time, they help you manage your energy and attention, ensuring that learning remains a priority no matter how busy life becomes. Another important benefit of a structured learning routine is that it allows you to measure your progress. When you commit to a set time or goal each day, you can look back after weeks or months and clearly see how far you've come. This sense of achievement reinforces motivation and encourages you to keep going. Moreover, routines help you identify what methods work best for you. Some people retain information better through reading, others through listening or doing. Having a steady learning schedule gives you the space to experiment and refine your approach, creating a personal system that suits your lifestyle and personality. This personalization makes learning not only more effective, but also more enjoyable. Finally, a practical routine provides stability in an unpredictable world. No matter what challenges you face, having a set learning habit becomes an anchor that grounds you. It reminds you that growth is still possible, even during difficult times. Routines help transform learning into an act of self-discipline and self-respect. They reflect your commitment to becoming better each day. The beauty of a practical routine is that it doesn't need to be grand or complex. Even a few minutes of focused learning can have a tremendous impact when done consistently. Over time, this steady practice shapes not only your knowledge, but your mindset, turning learning into a natural rhythm that fuels success and personal fulfillment. One of the most powerful ways to strengthen your understanding of any subject is to teach it to someone else. Teaching transforms passive knowledge into active mastery. When you explain an idea in your own words, your mind is forced to organize information clearly, fill in gaps, and find better ways to communicate what you've learned. This process deepens comprehension far more effectively than merely reading or listening. By teaching, you move from being a receiver of information to an active participant in the learning process. It's a method that challenges your understanding and ensures that what you learn truly becomes part of who you are. Teaching also builds confidence and clarity. When you share your knowledge with others, you begin to realize how much you actually know. Concepts that once seemed complicated start to make sense because you are now viewing them from the perspective of a guide rather than a learner. This shift in mindset develops your communication skills and your ability to think critically. It also forces you to simplify complex ideas, which strengthens your grasp of the subject. The more you teach, the more confident you become in your abilities, and that confidence carries over into other areas of life. Whether it's public speaking, decision making, or creative problem solving. Moreover, teaching creates a ripple effect of growth. When you share what you have learned, you inspire others to start their own journey of education and self-improvement. Knowledge is one of the few things that multiplies when it's shared. Whether you're mentoring a colleague, helping a friend, or posting your insights online, your act of teaching contributes to a larger culture of learning. This exchange of ideas builds community and collaboration. You might even discover that teaching others introduces you to new perspectives and questions you hadn't considered, which pushes you to learn even more. It becomes a continuous cycle of giving and growing. Finally, teaching cultivates a sense of purpose and responsibility. When you take the time to explain something to someone else, you're not just helping them, you're also reinforcing your own values about lifelong learning and personal growth. It reminds you that education is not just about personal achievement, but about contribution. By teaching, you leave a positive mark on others while refining your own understanding of the world. It turns learning into a shared human experience, one that connects minds and strengthens the collective intelligence of the community around you. In the pursuit of learning and self-improvement, many people make the mistake of chasing perfection instead of embracing progress. The truth is, perfection is an illusion. It's a moving target that often leads to frustration and burnout. Focusing on progress, however, allows you to celebrate every small step forward, no matter how minor it seems. Every time you learn something new, make a mistake, or improve even slightly, you are moving closer to your goals. Progress is the real measure of success because it reflects consistent effort, growth, and persistence. When you value progress over perfection, you free yourself from the fear of failure and begin to see learning as a journey rather than a destination. Accepting progress as the goal teaches you patience and resilience. It reminds you that mastery takes time and that every expert once started as a beginner. No one becomes knowledgeable overnight. Growth comes from repetition, practice, and experience. When you focus on improving little by little each day, you start to build momentum. Over time, those small improvements compound into significant transformation. The beauty of progress is that it rewards consistency, not flawlessness. Even on days when you feel unmotivated or make mistakes, showing up and trying still counts. Each effort contributes to your long-term development, proving that dedication always outweighs perfectionism. Focusing on progress also encourages a healthier mindset toward challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as failures, you begin to see them as valuable lessons. Every misstep becomes a source of insight that helps you grow stronger and wiser. When you stop striving for perfection, you give yourself permission to learn, to experiment, and to fail without fear. This freedom creates creativity. It allows you to explore new ideas, take risks, and push boundaries that perfectionists often avoid. Progress nurtures curiosity and adaptability, which are far more important for lifelong learning than the unrealistic pursuit of flawlessness. In the end, educating yourself every day is not just about gathering information. It's about shaping the kind of person you become. Each small effort to learn, improve, and grow adds depth to your character and strength to your mind. The journey of self-education builds discipline, resilience, and wisdom that no one can take away from you. When you commit to learning continuously, you unlock endless opportunities to evolve, to adapt, and to inspire others through your example. Remember, growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens one choice, one lesson, and one day at a time. Keep learning, keep moving forward, and let every new piece of knowledge guide you toward the best version of yourself.